sides rolling around my mind. Hang on, let me turn the tunes down, dudes. Oh, a bit older. So, how we doing, buds? It's catch-up time. Not like, you know, the condiment for your chips. I'm not really a catch-up guy. Although, you know, when you get those really skinny chips, like McDonald's chips, catch-up on those, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but if I'm like in the calf and I've got like calf chips, because you know the difference, that you've got English chips and you've got like French fries, yeah? English chips, HP sauce, vinegar on. Anyway, the many subjects we cover here at Gommy's Workshop. So, ugly products. Who are we gonna pick on first? Brendan sent me a big fat bribe, so I'd put his side feed on his gun. Dude, I've got you sorted. Alright, I've got some valves coming direct from Clipart in the States. I already have the alloy to do the receiver to trigger frame carrier. I have some standard ecstasy trigger frames, metal ones, but it would be really nice, a really nice touch, if we could get a nice aftermarket ion frame. Just depends what rush you're in. Let me know, okay? And then what else have we got? Oh, let's start with. I'm terribly sorry because I can't remember who sent me these now. I did have it on a little bit of paper. Oh, yeah, it's Stefan. It's Stefan. Can I call you Stevie? Can I call you Stevie Baby? Hello, Stevie Baby. Today is a good day. So, obviously, this is my freak back. Yeah, you don't get my freak back, do you? The one in here, this is on your alloy. I have to use the freak back because that's how I get it out, yeah? They're friction fit, they're quite a tight fit, but as you can see, it does come out. That is your Smart Parts one. Now, you know full well, if you send me 2 barrels, I'm not going to make you just one silencer. You know that, girlfriend. You know I'm going to make you 2. This is why you sent me them. Yeah, I think you guys know how fussy I am by now. But obviously, I will be taking back my freak back, alright. Yeah. So we'll pop that to one side. So that's your Smart Parts one. This one here, Indiana Jones and the Search for the Temple of Lost Smart Parts products. This is your Deadly Wind barrel in here. And again, as you can see, it's a very tight fit. Just when you get to the end, it just goes. There's I suppose we could call it a plateau taper. Getting these to fit perfectly is a right pain in the arse. Tips for people that have these silencers and they've said, look, over time she'll fit and gets a bit loose. What you can do, if you ever end up with one of these and it gets a little bit loose for whatever reason, take some super glue, put some super glue inside here. You only have to leave a tiny bit in there. Let that let that super glue go off. It will harden, and the thickness of super glue will be like 20 microns. That's enough to stop you. You won't be able to get your barrel in there because I do these a very tight fit. Then what you do, you take a little bit of sandpaper and one turn, try your barrel, doesn't fit, one turn, and so on until you get a nice tight fit like that, or tighter. It's entirely up to you how tight you want to go. This one is also done, and again, my freak back. Oh, bloody hell, that's tight on there. Let me take that off so I don't accidentally send it over. This is the brown bit. It's the only bit I've got left of my Luxe. My Luxe is gone. It's gone. It's left me. Oh, my poor weak fingers. I can't get it undone. I've got. Oh, hang on. There's a cloth here. Oh. tune in next week when I get those two apart. If I can't separate it, you've got to bring them back. That's right, it'll just be a bit tight. So, what have we got next? Let me just slide that on there, wrong way round. That's it. Right, let me slide that on there. That's Stevie, that's your two silencers done. And then I have another one for Marky! Big up to Marky there. Now, poor old Marky, he wanted to try a polygroove rifle barrel. So he went straight off to Armson, bought one of their barrels, but the poor sod, instead of getting a rifled in this case, meaning twisted, he's got a deadball barrel, which is it's exactly the same polygroove system, okay? But instead of having a twist, all the grooves are in a straight line. Now the idea behind a deadball is that when the ball leaves the barrel, it's not spinning left, it's not spinning right, it's not spinning forward, it's not spinning back. It's a completely and utterly dead ball. They make for a very accurate barrel, but you don't get the same sort of range as you would from a projectile that's spinning. This has been actually probably one of the hardest barrels I've ever had to do, because it's got a tapered finish on. And that's very hard for me to make spacers, because all these other barrels of course are parallel sides, which makes my life so much easier when it comes to making these things. But this one, of course, it's got a taper on, so I've had to set my internal spacers back from the end of the barrel. I couldn't put it right on the end. So when you put this together, you've got to give this silencer a good push. That will meet up with the taper of your barrel. That's when it locks in place, okay? But that looks, I kind of like the anodizing on this. It's kind of groovy. It's a bit like, you know, it's been done by Lawrence Llewellyn-Bowen with a little sponge with a big pair of cuffs on while he's been doing a DIY show. It's so bad. My wife nearly got a job as a PA. She applied for a job as a PA. And basically she got the job, and then she found out it was for him, and she went, no, for that. I worked for him, he's the right nonce. So bad. I really respect her for that. Because I would have done the same thing. King of the staplers. So, what else have we got today? Oh, my man, Mafios. Mafios! Where are you? You are in here, Matthias. Mafios Almiz. I'm probably pronouncing that so completely wrong. Okay, so I'm going to call you Matty. It makes life so much easier. Matty. Good old Matty. We like Matty. He's fantastic. Matty basically just sends me a Luxe and says, yeah, do what you want to it. And I'm like, wow, okay. Gives me a large amount of cash, tells me what I want, you know, what I want to hear. Do what you want. Dude, you're getting the bizzo. So, I've done you. Oh, I can't do that slotting anymore. The tools that I was using for doing that slotting went up in fire in my old workshop, and I simply don't have those tools at the moment. So you have got twice the amount of normal pulting. You have got half the wall thickness on the original black can, and you have got some massive directional pults at the back there. This is going to be a really good can. I've done a piston for you, so here's your high flow piston, and here's your big storage. I like to call them air batteries. Air battery. Assault and battery. Yeah, battered bleeding bolt guide. And I've got your bolt guide done, and I'll be setting to work on your Luxe tomorrow. I've got a stain tomorrow, I've got delivery coming and an item being picked up. I bought a generator to install in my garage, and it is just sugary nonsense. Anyway, until next time, when I'll have some more knife stuff for you, we'll see you then. Yeah, alright, I'll see you later, buds. Bye bye, ta-da.